Other than that, we're lying down on our back, okay? So if I take this and I'm gonna have a dumbbell nearby, okay? So if I lie on my back, I'm gonna put my little lumbar curve in my fake lower back. So I have a little bit of a curve. Now, it's above my sacrum, like above my butt crack, but it's not like super high and it's not huge at all. I'm just trying to emphasize how the breathing gives you the stack to get the abs, okay? So if I'm here, I'm lying on my back. I think it's nice to just like refresh, like, why do I do this? Why do I do ass and abs? Like, because it's how you do what you do that's going to get you the results that you want, right? You need to have this canister stacked if you want to be able to feel your abs in all your exercises, right? So if I watch myself, like if I don't get a good enough exhale, then I'm not going to get good enough abs. And so I also use my upper abs. So if I go like this and like lift my shirt up, do you see how like there's a little bit of a flare? My left is worse. But if I was thinking about like really reaching my rib cage back and then exhaling, I can bring my ribs into a little bit of a better position by getting those lower abs on, okay? So I'm gonna add in some things and I want you to go slow with it, but if I'm just reaching like this with my arms, think about inhaling into your back. So you go inhale all the way down to vagina and asshole, inhale. You can relax all the way, and then you're gonna exhale and you're gonna think hip bones draw together, belly button drawing towards each other, then rib cage pulling towards each other, and rib cage moving back. So all of those things. It's not just that I'm flattening my lower back. I'm inhaling all the way down. Exhale. Kind of emptying from the bottom. Hip bones draw together, then the belly button, then the rib cage. Rib cage moves back. Now, on subsequent inhales, you need to maintain these obliques. So I want you to touch the side of your abs. There should be tension as you inhale again. Exhale. I want you to be able to flatten that lower belly, the belly button, the rib cage every single time, but you're still getting that movement, okay? So super basic, but then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move a weight overhead, nothing crazy. So, you know, whatever, 5, 8, 10 pounds. Ross, do not move this too much. Anybody that has neck issues or shoulder stuff, if you don't have full overhead flexion, the weight's not going to go that far up overhead. Okay, so if I take my weight here and I'm reaching it the long way like this, my shoulder blades are up off the ground. I've taken a big inhale all the way down. And then I'm going to exhale and let this kind of go over my head, but I'm not going to let those ribs move. And I'm going to empty from the bottom, and then I'm going to breathe again. My feet are flat on the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Empty from the bottom. Inhale. And exhale. So if I didn't empty from the bottom, I might feel this more in my upper abs. What I'm trying to go for is that you feel this more in your lower abs, right? Okay. I don't want to see any hinge point on your back, like a crease in your like back when I see the side of your body. I want you to empty from the bottom. That was better, Justine. Do not just let the weight go overhead. I want you to do like 5 breaths, but try to breathe into your chest. Try to breathe into your back. Try to empty from the bottom. So it's like, oh God, my abs. Because honestly, it's your breath and in your alignment that's gonna get your abs. It's not much else, okay? It's getting that good exhale and emptying from the bottom. So now that we have that, we're gonna flip you over and we're gonna go into a bear position. We're gonna do a inhale and an exhale in a bear, and then we're in a down dog, and then we're gonna walk ourselves out into a walkout position. If you want, you can go from your knees. You do not have to walk yourself out super far, okay? If I go here, I'm in this like bear. I'm gonna reach back, reaching through my arms. This is my inhale. I can feel that expand through my back because I'm pushing through my hands. And then exhale, empty from the bottom. Now, bring it forward and then walk out again. Now, keep your sternum up. Don't overly tuck. Take a breath here. Take an exhale here. Walk it back. Push through the hands. Push, inhale. Into your back, exhale, ribs back. Walk it again, upper push up, and then walk it out again, but keep your sternum up. And I want you to do that 5 times. I want you thinking about emptying from the bottom position. Don't just rely on your low back. Really try to think about drawing in and up. Good, and it's not just about forcing your chest towards your thighs. I really want you to think, Nicole, bend your knees a little bit. Way more. Good, and get closer to your body. Like bring your hands closer to your legs. Good. Yep. Good, get that big inhale. That should feel really good, Katie, when you're in that back, like downward dog position, trying to bend your knees a little bit. Do you guys feel your abs a little bit?
Yeah.
Good. We're gonna do a little thing for Justine because it seems like her lats feel tight today.
You do.
So let's come into a half kneeling position. Come near a wall. If I was to take my left leg close to the wall and my right knee down, I could reach up like this. So that's gonna be oblique, but it's also gonna tie into the lat. Reaching up, inhale. I can also think about what part of my rib cage is moving. How am I pushing my pelvis out as well, right? So I'm gonna get what I wanna get out of it. Left foot forward, right knee down, reaching up and over, okay? Take a big inhale. Maybe I rotate and open up a little bit, but it's nice to have something there that you are rotating from. You know what I'm saying? And then you're in control of where you get it, right? So from this position, inhale, you can exhale, come to stand, and then rotate over that leg. So you come stand into a cross connect. All right. So I went like this. I did my reach up. I came up and then I pulled my knee in and I just rotated and then I inhaled again. And then I came down and I reached up and over, got a little bit of a stretch, stood up. Cross connect, inhale again, and down. Inhale up and over, come up, rotate, and down. I want you to do that 6 times on each side. And again, where does your body need that movement today, right? So you might have great overhead range of motion, but you just feel really stuck like in the cage, or you're like, oh Jesus, my hip feels really tight today. You know, like my left side's not the same as my right because I tend to hike on that side. Maybe I just do something a little different, but I'm gonna feel where I need it. Good. Perfect.
Stacey, you jinxed me.
What did I do?
Well, I'm feeling this a lot in my neck.
So don't reach your arm up overhead. You know what I mean? You just rotate like this, Ross. Your rule should be your arm should literally not go overhead. You can just do, you know, like 3D. You just want to get more rotation. Yours is less reaching. Because then you just elevate your traps. Then we're going to do a little bit of a lateral lunge, okay? And we're going to do the same thing. Now, like Ross was saying, if you feel it in your neck, it's all about how you're reaching. So if I go like this and I put myself near the wall and I push myself away from the wall, put my right foot out, I'm going to shift over that side, right? And then I'm going to take my left hand across. So I'm kind of pushing that hand into the knee's pushing out to the hand. And then I'm going to go like this and rotate. Now, if I hurt my neck, I can look down, but I'm still getting the rib cage expansion. As I do this, this is my inhale. Now, rotate in the opposite direction. My hand is pushing into my knee as my knee pushes into my hand, which is gonna get my ass. I'm gonna rotate in the opposite direction. And then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna do it again for 4 total times. So sit into the hip, rotate, inhale, here, open. I'm always in that right side. Like I could lift my left side if I wanted to, okay? I feel like, Justine, you need to walk out a little bit more on this side. Katie Morgan, I think you do too, but you need to not lock out your left leg, Katie. Yeah, better. Michelle, probably not as much. So bring it in again. And then think in terms of that right hand has to come on the outside of your right knee. Outside of your right knee. Yep, 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 like that. Now, nope, yep, and then open. Good, and then on the inside. Yep, but now your arm's pressing into your knee, but your knee's really pressing into your arm too. Good. That's just gonna give you that internal, external rotation that's gonna like get the butt on. That I can believe you're over that leg. I feel my butt. You feel your butt? Are we continuing on with the mutiny?
I feel it.
Okay, good, thank you. Ross is like, I feel my neck. So, lying down on your back. We're gonna do long lever bridges. This time we're gonna do a hold with the arm overhead. Some of you who have great range of motion overhead, you ain't gonna feel shit, so just deal with it. Others of you, Ross, you're not gonna reach over. Oh, you're just gonna do a regular bridge. If I'm here, I have my right leg long, dragging down the wall, my left knee's pulled to my chest. I could just literally go here, or I could drive my elbow into the ground, whatever it is that I wanna do. What I was gonna say was this, not let my rib cage flare and just hold that arm overhead as I inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Don't let your ribs flare. Look at that line on your back, right? If you have like pushing up, that's not what I want, right? I want to see no hinge point on your back because you're breathing so nicely. Okay. So let's say we do 10 to 12 and then you can go do the other side. It's just nice to have, sorry, Rebecca just texted me. It's nice to be able to feel that you can get some air into your chest and get some length because we are going to go overhead today. You should feel your hamstring. Good. Now we're gonna do one more. So you're gonna come into your bear plank position. So basically your feet are gonna go on the wall, but you're in a plank position with your knees bent. And we're gonna inhale, bring your right knee into your chest, and we're gonna do it 16 times. So your feet are on the wall. You're here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now push. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Your pelvis is not rotating and you're the ground the whole time. Okay? Wrist and shoulders in a line. Push. Don't just hang out on your shoulders. Good. This is good, but Christine, I think you can walk your hands out a little bit more and be more in a, even more. Good, now lift your knees off the ground a little more. Yeah, now go. Good. Good, push the ground away. Guess what, I didn't sleep again last night. The actual fuck.
Why?
I don't know, because I just can't. Like, it's like ever since I went to California, I don't sleep. It's really awesome. I'm really nice. So,
Good.
no. So Ross, you are gonna grab your landmine bar. Everyone else is going to grab a light dumbbell, maybe like not more than 10 pounds, seriously. Okay, we're gonna do a split lunge to an overhead press, and we're gonna inhale to press as we're lowering down into the split squat. Okay, because I really like complicated shit. So Ross, you're gonna literally just get into your split stance and you're gonna inhale as you press. You can get a little bit of rotation into it, totally fine. What I'm gonna do is grab my little weight. I'm gonna have my right foot forward and the weight in my right arm. I'm gonna reach my left arm out in front of me, and as I inhale to go down into a split squat, I'm gonna press. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Stacey, is there a knee on the ground?
No, I would just do it in a split stance standing.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Same side as the leg that's forward has the weight. And as you are pulling yourself down, you are pressing overhead. Good.
Just strip my.
Michelle, get your legs a little closer together. Good. Justine, watch that rib flare. Try to push your rib cage back a little bit. Rotate a little bit over the right leg as you pull yourself down. Good. Good. I want 10. Inhale. Nice, Jacqueline. Exhale. Yep. You guys look like, I don't know, you belong in the circus, and I love it because I'm making you do it. So, Lindsay, if it feels as though your range of motion is limited overhead because you're nursing, hugging around children, it's because it is. Don't feel like you have to go straight all the way up overhead, okay?
Yeah, it really does.
Okay. I'll just give you.
Should I go out more? Like,
yes, but I'm going to give you the rotational press next time instead.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
But I don't think that overhead pressing is bad. It's just we have to choose the variation that's going to work for you where you are right now. So say you were going to do the other side, come down onto your knee. And so if you're going to do the rotation, yeah, but did you already do that arm? Yeah. So switch your legs and then, yep, perfect. You're a fast learner. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's going to give you back what you don't have, right? Yep. And so, Justine, you're kind of like the opposite of me. I have the hinge point on one side worse than on the other, right? Like you stay way more stacked on this side, I feel like.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's just something to pay attention to, and you can just get better and better as a result of like all the things that we just did in that warm up too, you know? We're going to
probably the other side is the hip hike side, so I'm not shocked.
Right. That's what mine is on my left. Yeah. So do you guys feel warm? Ish?
Yes. Yep.
Yep. Now we're going to set ourselves up for our first superset where we are going to challenge ourselves, not just be like, meh, meh, meh. So we're going to do some sort of an upper body pull. That might mean a TRX or a ring chin up. Or it might mean a bat wing row, some form of like heavy weighted row, or a body weight chin up, or a suspension trainer chin up. Michelle, what are we going to choose for you?
I've got an adjustable bench and a bunch of weights. So probably the bat wing one.
Okay. No chin up bar?
No.
Weird. Okay. Perfect. Bat wing row will be good. Let's set that up. And then we're going to pair that with a deadlift. Okay. So how can we load up the deadlift and make that like decently heavy as well. So let's say you're Nicole and you're doing like the ring chin up variation. I'm going to have her get to that top position and make sure she's lowering slowly. So she's really getting into the right place, but she's going to do 8 to 10 repetitions. If I'm doing a wall row, I could do 10 to 12. If I'm doing a bat wing row, I could do 10 to 12. Yep. So with you, Lindsay, imagine that hand is not only pushing, but dragging down the wall at the same time. Yep. What are we going to do? We're going to do our lat pull, Christine? Or?
Yeah, go with the lat pull, I think.
Perfect.
Lawnmower row?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Or chin up.
I don't think it's bad to do hanging for you, Ross. Like I would try to hang whenever. So I would do that.
Okay. We'll do a regular chin up for the band.
Yep. Good. Yeah. And I just like literally just throw myself over that, Michelle, and like let myself hang, like let everything relax, be like, blah, 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 blah. And then inhale as you row. You're going to get a little bit more expansion. Good. Liz, get those ribs back. Nice. Ross, hang as much as you can. Get yourself relaxed. Get some air there. Nice, Christine. Everybody looks good. Except for Jacqueline. She's black screen. Oh, there she is. Nice. Lovely.
Deadlift?
Yes. So think about this. If you have 2 kettlebells, I would love to see that. If you only have 1, we can do like a deadlift jump. Like, I know that sounds like scary and stupid, but when you do it the right way, it's not fucking stupid. I'm going to show you a couple different variations. So I would say to grab a decently heavy weight. If you have, like, what's the breakdown that you got over there, Lindsay?
I have 235, a 40, a 45, and a 53 or whatever.
So usually what I say to do is like start with the heaviest, like regular weight that you have. And then as you want to go heavier, then move to like having the 2 bells. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
You like spread the load so it's a little bit harder, but like you want to warm up, right? And Ross, you can use a bar if you want to as well, to load it up. But if I was going to start, I'd grab like a heavy-ish bell, put it at my midfoot, think about inhaling onto the balls of my feet so I can exhale, get heavy in the heels, and then just stand so I got some length through my glutes, right? And then after I do a set of 10 to 12, the next set, I can go and use 2 weights and set that up, you know?
I don't think I can go fast enough between the bar and my landmine.
Yeah, you're right. Good. Liz, let your knees go forward. Good. Katie, do we have anything heavier than that?
I mean, I could probably use my adjustable weights. A little more awkward though, like my stance would be weird because my hips would be really wide. Anyway.
I know. What's the heaviest weight that the 1 dumbbell goes?
Like 50.
Is it heavier than that weight?
Yeah, it's heavier than that.
Yeah, so I might have you do that because then it's longer and then it's longer and it's heavier and you don't need to use the block.
Actually, you can probably put your adjustable weights lengthwise. That's what I think I'm going to try that next time. Could that work, Stacy?
You could, but I'm not going to do that for her because she already needs it elevated. You know what I mean? So now we're going to go back to the rows. Good.
Because my knees don't go further forward than that in that position.
I know, but remember what we talked about? You need to get the feet checked out because you need to get your heels heavy and it still is the roadblock to life. You need to be hobbled like Katie Morgan.
Do you know Boston Health and Wellness and Stephanie somebody in Stoneham?
Yeah.
PT. I'm seeing them on Friday. Hopefully they're decent.
Boston PT and Wellness is where I send everybody.
No, Boston Health and Wellness.
What's her last name?
Hold on.
Steve, will you watch my back on my chin-ups? Okay.
Yeah.
Stephanie Roselle DePaul.
No, I don't know who that is.
No, okay.
Send me an email.
All right.
So Liz, when you're hanging there, try to like hang just a little bit longer. And now imagine I was there, and do you see how like your boobs are up? Try to push them back a little bit and then pull from the right place. That was better, Katie, too. Do you see the difference? You have to start from the right place, but you're always starting from the chest out position. You need to push them back. Are you going for your hip?
Yeah, just like, I mean, no matter how much I do breathing, my hips click when I do any sort of leg lowering exercise.
Yeah.
And I feel like my abs have gotten way stronger. I don't think it's a pressure management thing. So like, I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to PT.
Yeah. How'd that feel, Katie?
That was a lot more challenging, but it felt good.
Good. Yeah, I like that. I like that height for you too. Michelle looks great.
So when I'm doing it to push the boobs back, I'm like this.
But then you have to, at the same time, keep your sternum up.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like the combination of both, right? And so like I've said to you guys all before, or like at least I posted in the Facebook group, I think that sometimes there's no like linear path to like exactly the right position because you have numerous compensations that have happened. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes we do things wrong to then get to the next right step. Does that make sense? Because we've been in our bodies for a while, kind of doing the wrong things.
All right, let's see if this works.
Yes, walk it forward a little bit, Lindsay. Yep.
This is awkward, huh?
You had me change my grip and I can't remember to parallel.
Turn them so they're straight so that you're not doing that. So they're just literally next to each other. And then just have your thumbs face forward. Ross, what you're going to do is just turn it into more of like an RDL then, you know what I mean? Or more of like a suitcase deadlift, you know what I'm saying? But you just need to get the hinge down. Make sure it's not in your back, you know, because that was still like your back. Think about heels heavy. Nope. And so what's your range of motion, Ross? It wouldn't be that far, right? It'd be way more limited because you don't want to use your back.
Like that?
Do it again. That's it. Yep.
Okay.
Good, Christine, this is good. Just think about where your rib cage is with you too. You know what I mean? Still dragging on your hamstrings, like in your mind so that you can get your abs more. Yeah, that was better. Nicole's like, I'm outgrowing these weights too. What the fuck?
All right, we're gonna try this again.
Michelle, where are we today?
Back in Maine, different hotel, but back in Maine for work.
Oh.
But apparently nobody who stays in hotels in Maine work out because there's nobody here with last week either. So
yeah, you're like, I just got it to myself. Mm-hmm.
Are we doing a third set?
Yes.
Okay.
Last set, best set. That was better, Liz. That was better. Yes. Now, do you see? Let yourself breathe. Let yourself breathe, but keep your chest up. But that doesn't mean your rib cage is flaring. That's a much better position. That's going to be more abs.
More abs.
And it's way harder. Okay. That doesn't mean you're gripping on your upper abs though. I still want you to be able to take a breath. I want you to kind of relax into it more. Don't do weird shit with your pelvis. Don't clench on your butt.
Yeah.
Yes. Breathe. Nice. You got it, Nicole. Good. Same with you though, Nicole. Watch how much you want to thrust through your ribs, right? Try to get your friggin' ribs back because that is just going to change everybody's posture too. Good.
That's way harder.
I want you to push those knees forward, Katie, too. Sometimes I literally want to take like red bands and drag your knees forward with your heels like friggin' glued to the ground.
I know. Can we just go ahead and break them and reset them in the way they need to be?
Exactly. Yeah. But Liz is kind of like, Liz is like you too. So you're not alone.
Did you listen to the recordings of us with Katie making Stacy impressions?
No, I didn't watch it. Why? What happened?
We were just trying to bring your spirit alive in the session.
Oh. Were you successful?
Maybe. You'll have to listen and find out.
Maybe I will.
Did you have fun with Al, Stacy?
I did. I think that I'm like, I don't want to scare you too much with how I am. She was fine.
That woman is fazed by nothing.
Okay, good. It was nice. It went by fast. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, she said the same thing.
We went to school together at the same fucking time.
She said that. That is bizarre.
Yeah, so weird.
I mean, UMass is so big. I guess it doesn't.
I know, but literally, like our dorms were like next to each other, which is really weird.
Well, you went, what is it, Orchard Hill or whatever?
He was in Orchard Hill. I was like in Van Meter.
That's funny.
It is really funny. Small world. So what's going to happen after we do the 3 sets is we're going to talk through a quad set. Okay. We're going to do squats with the heels elevated, heavy. If you want to, you can squat to a box and you can go goblet style. If you want to make it harder, you could landmine squat. If you want to make it harder, you could double kettlebell rack front squat. Regardless, 12 repetitions, heels elevated. Then we're going to an incline dumbbell press, which could be in a short seated position or it could be on your bench. I'm literally going to start with those two because I know that everyone's going to ask me questions. So we'll start with those two first. Because then I'm going to go through the rest of them and show you. If you think that you tend to overdo your range of motion on a squat, then sit down to something. If you feel like you don't squat low enough, then sit down to something, right? A box squat can be super useful for that. What, Ross?
If you do landmine, you want your heels elevated too?
Sure do.
Okay.
Ross, your heels will always be elevated in a squat from now on.
I don't understand. Is that the truth or is that a joke?
Oh no, it's the truth.
Stacey, you said
Sometimes you don't elevate.
too heavy.
I mean, if you're doing 12, it might not be the first set, but you could do it for your second or your third set for sure because you're strong. I just don't know if I would go right into it right the first set.
No, I get it.
Nice.
What kind of weight on a landmine do you usually do, Stacey? 35?
I'd go 35 first set, yeah. Think about dragging on your heels to pull yourself down. I want to see you from the side. I want to see the stack. Yes, good. Inhale to pull yourself down. So you want to feel as though like everything's relaxing on the way down and then you're contracting on the way up. Yes. Inhale to pull yourself down. Exhale to drive yourself up. Find a good start position. Good. Yep. Pull with your hamstrings, Nicole. Good. Don't feel like you have to stay so upright. I want to see what it looks like if you were to go like tap your butt, but not sit onto it. Go nice and slow. Get your hips, yep, right there, and then go right back up right now. That was much better. Now don't thrust your hips forward with your chest up. Good, yes. Almost imagine that you had to keep like constant tension. That was like you were never resting at the top, you were never resting at the bottom. You were never resting at the top, you were never resting at the bottom. You're like pulling down, driving up, pulling down, driving up. It's like brutal. Now, incline chest press is gonna be grabbing a nice heavy weight or two in a bench press position. So I was not looking at you, Michelle, but I think you could raise that bench higher.
I haven't done them yet.
Oh, good. More. Yeah. Let me just see what
This
that
one
one.
higher?
No, just to your shoulders. You're good, Christine. Good. So find that press position. Make sure your rib cage is back. The same rules apply here, right? So you're thinking about getting the rib cage back, but keeping the sternum up. Now, I do not have a bench. I'm here digging my heels in, holding onto one weight or two weights. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. My ribs are back. Try to breathe into the chest, 12 reps. Ross, look at your flared barrel chest. Fix it. Good. Michelle, watch this. Pull down, but put it by your like boobs. Yep, yep. Now press from there. Don't think about necessarily going overhead. Just think about going straight up. Can you go straight up over your boobs instead of over your head? Yeah.
A lot harder.
I know. Yes, good. Good. Now keep your ribs back as you do that and don't go overhead because then you're just like arching in your back. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to hold on to your suspension trainer, hold on to your door, hold on to the wall, hold on to the top of your bench. And we're going to do basically like a reverse lunge, but like with a single leg. So I literally could hold on to like bands, anything that's out in front of me. And I just want to know that I'm only using the front leg primarily, right? So sometimes I'll do like the reverse lunge or the shrimp squat to the, hey, is that Elsa I see? So I'm here, I'm holding on. Look at my right leg. I'm gonna step back. Look how my heel is heavy and my knee is forward. And it basically looks like I just took one leg away from my squatty squat. Does that make sense? And then I'm gonna come back up. And I'm gonna sit down. I'm rotating over that leg and then I'm gonna come up. So it's like I'm doing a single leg squat and I'm using the front leg, hamstring, and quad and glute. It's hard. Christine, hop forward a little bit more. Yep. And then think, same thing. You're letting yourself rotate over the standing leg. Justine, you might back up a little bit. Yes. Nice. So even if it is like, oh, you let yourself down and you fucking fall on your knee, like, excuse my language, you're still gonna get the dragging, right? Yes. Inhale, I want 10 to 12 per leg. Good. Christine, just make sure you're not hiking the right side of your pelvis. I don't know if you are, it's just like a weird angle. Yep.
Your knee supposed to dive in?
Dive in?
No, I mean, is it supposed to be in? Like my knee's diving out.
Yeah, you don't want to dive out because you could dive out more on your right than on your left, but like, no, you want to rotate towards that side. Nice. Now, because you guys are such a great group, we're going to do something that's more complicated. So you're going to grab onto a, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 pound weight. If you feel things in your neck, maybe not the heaviest weight you've ever had, preferably a dumbbell. We're going to do a single leg hinge, just isometrically, and then a tricep extension in that position. I love this one, but sometimes people overthink it and then they hate it. So I feel like we've done enough of it that you guys are good. But I have other options if this is not an option. So say I do this. Say I have my left foot forward and I have my right leg back. I totally have no weights at all. If I set myself up like this, my left leg gotta be in front of my right, hands on my collar, I'm gonna rotate a little bit to the left, and then I'm gonna hinge down. Both my arms are reaching. Look how long and open my ass is, right? I'm gonna put the weight in the left hand. I can sort of like bend my elbow so it's by the side of my body. My right arm's reaching across. And then all I'm doing is inhaling here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So I'm on my left side and I'm performing a tricep extension with my left arm using a dumbbell preferably. The kettlebell is going to be weird as shit. Yes. Perfect, Justine. Take that left arm, reach it across your body so you can get a nice like breath in. And so if I am exhaling to feel my tricep, I'm inhaling to expand through my chest. Yep, nice. Good. Looks good, Katie. Yep, nice. Good. So reach with your right arm towards me through the computer screen, Michelle. Yep, yep, yep. And then find your tricep. Good. The other thing is, you guys aren't doing it, but I see it a lot. And I wonder if maybe Ross would be doing it. Don't go too low with your torso. I'm just trying to get that butt, you know? Jacqueline, hop your right leg back and then get into your right side. So drag your left leg up the wall and rotate towards the right. Yeah. Good, Justine, you can probably hop your left leg forward on that side. So now we're gonna go back to the squats, and then we're gonna go back to the press, and then we're gonna go back to the lunge. Where's Evelyn when we need her? Evelyn doesn't like her hair brushed either. Julia loves getting her hair brushed. It's like a murder scene.
Hair too.
What?
I like brushing my hair too.
Are you a liar?
Do you like brushing it yourself? Do you like when mommy brushes it? Yeah.
I like to do it myself.
Oh, Julia doesn't like to do it herself, so then mommy has to do it, and she doesn't like it.
You don't shave your head. Not have any hair.
I know. So what? She was like, "I'm just gonna cut my hair like you, mommy," and I was like, "Okay, you're gonna hate it because like your life is your hair." But I'll take you. Save my time. Last night we did nails, but the sticker kinds. I know Jacqueline's jealous because she just wants girls and to be able to do it.
I have llamas on my brush.
Oh, you do? Love it.
And it has a pink and has a pink bottom.
Oh my God, I love it. Where's my phone? Take a picture.
It's a desert brush. It's a desert brush. It's a desert brush. And
yes, better, 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 better. Michelle, nice. Now you can sit with me if you want. Good. Challenge yourself, but don't make it impossible, right? Good. Can you lift your chin a little bit, Lindsay? Yeah. Oh, she knew I was talking to her. Good. I'm just going to review some stuff in here, Lindsay, like at the end that I want you to try to think about maybe doing during the day, right? That's like super, super basic that could help like what's happening. Yeah. Then you're going to go to those single leg squats. Make sure you're rotating over, send your sister too, over that front leg. Good. Yeah, so just imagine, Christine, like if your hand was on your hip and your other leg was down, do you feel like if you were to dig into the top like this, does it feel like a tire or no?
Yeah, I think I tip a little.
Right. So like get in that leg and stay in that leg. Yep. Pushing down into there. Okay, now let that knee go back a little bit more. Come on, Beaver, let's go. Katie, fall down. Stand back up. Literally, push yourself down.
Okay.
I'm watching you in there. Yes, because this could be a good one for you too. Hop forward a little bit with your left leg. I am. Walk forward with your left leg, Katie. And then fall with your left knee down. Yep, but let the left knee drop back further. Good, and you can't hold my hair. You have a hair too? Oh. Want to look what Eva did. This is Eva. She chased me on the treadmill and fell on it. Right? You won't do that again, right? Okay, I'm done. Your nails stayed on a bit. Fun or fun? What's wrong? That didn't go outside. Good. Now get over that leg more, Justine. Like rotate more and push yourself forward more. Yeah. Now think your tricep is doing the extension. Yep. Same with you, Michelle. Like, don't be so hunched over. Stand all the way up. The leg that you're standing on should be in front of the leg that's on the wall. Yep. And then hip shift by dragging on the, yeah, but don't let your weight be so far back yet. So push yourself forward more. Yeah, good. Yep, better. Because you should be able to feel the glute different when you do that. Nice, Nicole. But watch yourself in this camera, how you do that like boobs up position. Try to just let the ribs go back. Yep, nice, perfect. Good, that looks good, Ross. Katie, switch your hands. Yep.
What's that?
After you do the tricep, just rest for a second because we'll do something with getting your heart rate up. Katie, reach towards me like you're coming through the screen. Other arm. Yep, and then hinge down, reaching at a diagonal by your knee, and then go. Yep. Does that make sense? Bend and then extend. Good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come stand up. You are going to give me 30 lateral hide-ins, but they're gonna be slow. Okay? So if things feel okay, Lindsay, I don't mind you doing this. We'll just see what it feels like. So let's think about this. If I am standing on one side of my mat with two legs, right? I can push myself away from the ground to land on one leg, and then I can walk myself back, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like whatever, 10 to 15 on each leg, but my legs are here. I'm kind of bent. I push, stick, and then walk back. Here I am, I'm here, push, stick, and walk back, okay? So I want you to do that 10 times. Yep, that was good, Michelle. Use your arms and jump as far laterally as you can and then reset yourself. Nice. Make it your goal to go further each time. Yep. So really push the ground away and explode.
Makes me miss the slider at South Boston Yoga.
I know. Like, let me just take over my entire house with gym equipment. And then notice what's the difference from one side to the other side, right? One side's probably better. I want you to do the same thing. And this should feel pretty challenging, right? Because I'm asking you to put max effort into that, right? Instead of just being like, oh, I'm gonna do a lateral hide-in and I can totally cheat if I want. Good. Not like you'd ever do that.
One side feels much more stable.
When you stick into it?
Huh?
When you stick it?
Yeah.
Which side?
This side feels more stable.
So a lot of us can't get into our left side. So it's hard for us to push out of it as well, you know? So now I want you to get into an upper push-up position. And then all we're gonna do is just like take a step to the right, take a step to the left, or just reach to the right, reach to the left. So I'm literally right here, wrist and shoulder in line, and I can go like this, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Or I could cross my arms and step, cross my arms and step, cross my arms and step. My legs don't cross, okay? And for this one, I'm gonna time you, okay? So in 3, 2, and go. Push the ground away. Reach and step. Reach and step. Lower your butt just a little bit, Liz. Good. Michelle, bring your shoulders forward a little bit to straighten your legs a little bit. Yes, good. Much better. Yep. Nice. Ooh, beautiful. Keep going. push the ground away. Let that cross with your hands, get some breath into your upper back, which is going to engage your abs even more. You got it. Yes, Lindsay, that's nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Good. Now, hops one more time. This time, do the lateral hide in, but stick it before you go to the other side. So it's not as hard, but I want you to see if you can get into that hip each time. So if I go like this, hop, stick, and push, stick, and push, stick. So it's a little bit slower, but you're still gonna work pretty hard. Yep, perfect. I like it, Ross. You're good. Okay, and then you're literally just gonna lay yourself down on the ground. I'm just gonna have you rock a little bit front to back, and you're done. So if I started off and I felt a little bit tight through my back, inhale, exhale. And then you can go on with your day because you've done more than the majority of the rest of the work. Okay? Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.